Hi, Frozen Sky here, and this video is an introduction on how to saltwater crocodile hunt. This video is made for those who are interested to know how to solo or party croc hunt for your blue kayak gears. This video will cover 3 things, which are 1. The skills saltwater crocodile uses, 2. The boat skills that you'll be utilizing to effectively pull aggro on saltwater crocodiles, as well as 3. On how to split your party members into rows so you can efficiently party croc hunt. So let's begin. So this is typically how a saltwater crocodile looks like from afar. It kind of looks like a hekaru from the side, or a miniature black rust without its hump on the back. As for its skill sets, it's pretty straightforward. You'll see it later once I mount my boat and move towards it to aggro it. It's much like a Black Rust 2.0. So if you want to know how you'd fare against the saltwater crocodile, you can find this solo mob in Jersey, right at the border of Jersey, next to Magoria Sea. You'll see it later once I bring up the map so you can check it out. So let me just aggro the saltwater crocodile quick, and then I'll show you. So there you have it. It's just right there at the border of Jersey. So the saltwater crocodile is being aggroed. It dives and immediately right off the bat uses that Black Rust AoE. Anyone who has done SMH can recognize this skill immediately. So this is just one salt crocodile in Jersey. As you move along towards the saltwater crocodile areas, you'll only find them in mobs of 3 to 4. So do take note. So now I'll be talking about boat skills that you'll be utilizing during your saltwater crocodile hunt. If you look down the list of boat skills, you'll be using a lot of the Brockton, which requires minimum of Artisan 1 sailing to use. Another skill that you will use a lot, especially during ocean currents of 30 to 50, is breezy sail. You'll be using breezy sail a lot to pull ahead of the mobs before they hit you so that you can successfully and efficiently pull aggro. Another recommendation is for you to use a kayak for a boat. Don't have to be a Vela, any kayak as long as the speed is minimum 150%. Why 150%? Is that if you're doing croc hunting, especially solo croc hunting, at speeds of 30 to 50, it's going to be really difficult to move in that ocean current, and the monsters tend to move quite fast. For those of you who have done SMH before, you would know this. So to start, make sure that your sails are folded up and that your continuous breezy sail box is unchecked. This is so that you don't use breezy sail unnecessarily and waste food ration when doing croc hunting. You want to only use breezy sail when you need that boost of speed to pull ahead of the mob before it hits you, like so. So there you go. Just before the crocodile touches the butt of my boat, I use breezy sail to pull ahead. Once the mob is successfully pulled behind you, you'll be using breezy sail to pull ahead, and you want to wait out the entire animation of the breezy sail to get that little boost in turn right at the end. It allows your boat to effectively turn and give you a clear shot at the mob. Then you want to just rinse and repeat. Over here you can see that I'm trying to get a clear shot at the mob, but I think only 1 to 2 cannonballs actually hit. So if you find that breezy sail does not give you that turn enough, you can couple it with abrupt turn so that your boat can sharply turn and give you a better shot at the mob. So over here, coupling breezy sail with abrupt turn is a really common thing when doing salt croc hunting, but timing is also important. So now you see I use breezy sail and abrupt turn, but I released my cannonballs a little bit too early. I didn't do the maximum damage I wanted to on the croc. But no worries. That's the reason why I mentioned that this single croc allows you some practice. So once you get the timing down, you can head over to the saltwater crocodile area and then try on the mobs of 3 to 4. I'm now in the middle of saltwater crocodile hunting area. The ocean current is at 0, so it's to my benefit. This is how you typically find crocodiles in mobs of 3 to 4. As a person who's pulling aggro, be it solo or party hunting, your job is to make sure when you're pulling aggro, you do not get hit by the mobs. This allows you to continuously pull them behind you, and after 1 or 2 tight rounds, they'll form a nice concentrated little cluster for you to shoot your 9 cannons and efficiently hit all of them at the same time. This significantly reduces the amount of time you need to kill the mobs, as well as the amount of cannons you'll be using if, let's say, you're shooting them one by one. This is why party hunting is highly recommended, and with proper management of rations and cannonballs, as well as role allocation per party member, you'll be able to efficiently extend your party hunting from 1 to 2 hours to 3 or even 4 hours. So when croc hunting in parties of 2 to 3, you'll be split into 2 roles, mainly the mob aggroer, and the other one I like to call it the stationary DPS. For the person allocated the role as the mob aggroer, just like in solo croc hunting, your job is to efficiently pull all the mobs into a tight cluster to shoot. Your second job is to maintain perma-aggro on the mobs before allowing the stationary DPS to shoot. You do this by ensuring that the monster with the highest HP remaining takes the most damage from you before the rest start shooting. So let's say, for example, over here I have a party of 3. So I want the monster with the highest HP remaining to take at least 33 to 40% damage from me before I start pulling the cluster towards the stationary DPS for them to shoot in turn and killing them efficiently. Once you feel that you've done enough damage to all the monsters, you can then pull the cluster around the stationary DPS for them to shoot the mobs in turn until all the monsters in the cluster dies. So in summary, your job as a mob aggroer is to 1. Pull the mob into a small cluster to shoot, 2. Deal enough damage to gain perma-aggro, 3. Pull the cluster around the stationary DPS for them to shoot in turn till all the monsters die. So this method ensures that everybody shares damage dealt to the mobs and do their part in the party. After this pull, you can then decide to reshuffle the roles for another person to be the mob aggroer, and you can be the DPS. Your job as a stationary DPS is to move into a position that marks the start of the aggro, so that the person pulling the aggro can roughly gauge where the mob's respawn point is, so that they don't pull the mobs too far away, resetting them, and then waste a lot of time trying to re-aggro the mobs and recluster them for the rest of the party members to shoot. Another benefit of party hunting is that when a tornado or phantom ship pops up and a heavy fog appears on your screen, the position of your stationary DPS is much like the North Star in the dark sky, so you don't accidentally drag the mobs further away than the spawn point that you want them. So now we've come to the end of the video. I hope this video has been very helpful for you. especially for those who are interested in making your blue carrot gears. I hope this video has given you some ideas on how to solo or party croc hunt. I wish you all the best and have a nice day.